You're right guys, welcome back to Blind Look Barbecue. I'm Andy. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be making some sauce. It's going to be a coriander sauce or a cilantro sauce if you're in the US. It's going to be absolutely awesome. It's going to be a little bit sharp with a little bit of acidity to it, a little bit of heat, but it's really going to cut through grease. It's going to go awesome with pulled pork, tacos, anything greasy really. It's going to cut right through it and brighten up basically any dish. It's going to be amazing, so let's get to it. Alright guys, so first of all we're going to add in our coriander or cilantro. So this has just been rinsed. Make sure that you get a good rinse on your coriander because nobody wants grit in the coriander sauce. We've got our coriander, so we're going to move that to the side for a second. Next thing that we're going to add that's going in the bowl is some spring onions or some scallions if you're from the US. We're literally just going to take the ends off, like the root end off there. Get rid of that. And the very tips, so get to a nice uniform shape, and then plastic band off. We're just going to cut them into pieces that are going to be easier to blend. So I'm just going to bring our bowl back and get those added. So we're just adding tons of green stuff so far. So spring onions in, we'll get rid of that again for now. Next up in there we are going to add a whole bunch of chives. Same again, we're just going to cut them into an easily blendable size. And again, all of these have been rinsed but all in there now, so we're just adding more green stuff. Then for a bit of heat, we're going to add 2 jalapeños. So if you want it really spicy, leave the seeds in. If you want it a bit less, then try and avoid the ribs and the seeds. So not wanting it too crazy, just a nice bit of warmth. So just going to use the flesh to get rid of the core. We use those little bit of seeds there, that'll be fine. But once again, get those cut. And again, just use the flesh of this one. Avoiding those ribs and seeds and the real core of that pepper. Lost a little bit there. Get rid of that, and same again, back into the pot with these. So we've got our jalapeños in as well. So to go in this as well, we are going to use 2 avocados. We're probably going to use 2, might only use 1, we'll see how we go, but they go in later on. We're also going to need the juice of probably about 4 limes. We're looking for about half a cup, which if you don't use cups is about 125 milliliters. So move the limes to one side and get my trusty juicer. Pro tip, just roll your limes first, make sure they're juicy. And so we're just going to halve them first. Then you can probably guess what happens next, but I'll show you anyway. Alright, so we're gonna get the limes juiced. You want to get as much in there as possible, making sure we're not wasting anything. Alright, so juicing is complete. As you can see, got a bit of pulp on top there, but we have got a bunch of lime juice, so that is going to go in first. So we're going to move the lime juice away for a second. The only other things that are going to go in this sauce are some mayonnaise, and we're also going to need some oil, so that is about 100 ml or so of coconut oil. You can use different oil, of course. Avocado oil will work well with this. I know sometimes coconut oil can set, but when we mix this all together and get it all blended into the sauce, then it'll emulsify and that won't be a problem. Alright guys, so at this stage we're going to start adding stuff into the blender. So we're going to start off with the lime juice, and this is going to seem like we're putting loads of stuff in there, which we kind of are, but once it starts blending it'll break down into a much smaller amount. So get the coriander in there, we'll get a lid on. Alright, so we've got all of our stuff in there now. We're going to get that started. So just whilst that's chilling for a second, we're going to add half an avocado to start with. And get that blended in. Just to help with the consistency a little, we're going to add some mayo in there as well. We'll get that blended up again. Basically everything blended together. Obviously you can give it a taste, make sure you're happy with the seasoning and adjust anything that you need to. At the moment it's pretty heavy on the lime, so I'm going to add a little bit more honey into that, and we're going to add the other half of the avocado as well, and that should help to balance out those flavours. Alright guys, so that is basically our sauce done. We're just going to go ahead and decant that into a bottle now, and then it's ready to use. It'll keep in the fridge for a couple of weeks and we're all good. So we're going to get the sauce added in. Alright guys, so that's going to finish up for the video today. We've got the sauce made. It is absolutely awesome. With that, you've got the punch from the lime, you've got the freshness from the coriander, it's mellowed out by the avocado, you've got a little bit of sweetness from the honey, and the mayo just makes that body of the sauce. It's going to be absolutely amazing on things like tacos. You take the greasings that are pulled pork, basically anything that you want to cut through some grease with, this is going to be the sauce to do it. If you did like the video today, drop us a like, leave us a comment, don't forget to share it and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so you stay up to date with all of the new videos. Alright guys, that's it from me. I'm going to go find something to put this on. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.